Welcome back to the Dividend Diplomats YouTube channel. You got your boy Bird over here, and you know you're rolling with Lanny, the Dividend Diplomats, and we're here to talk to you about dividend increases during the week of May 24th, and we have 6 big dividend increases from this week.
That's absolutely right, Lanny. But before we do it, smash that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up. Everybody, we're getting close to 10K. We're getting ready to hype up this big WWE Battle Royale style video. So there we go. So get ready. Get excited. We're pumped up. Anyway, now let's jump right in here to talk about some big dividend increases because we have some big companies that will impact your future dividend income.
We've been talking about it now over the last few weeks, few months, probably dating back to September or even November of last year. But dividend increases are back, baby.
Yeah, just like Eric Bischoff, they're walking down. These dividend increases are rolling and flying because these companies have a lot of cash and they cut their dividends, suspended them. They slowed down the increases during the pandemic, but earnings are coming in. These companies are crushing it, and they're getting ready to put that cash to work and put that into your pockets as shareholders.
I'm sure you've seen a lot of the news, too, with comparisons of dividends this year versus dividends last year. Far better, far higher. And this week was another proof in the pudding that dividend investing, dividend growth investing is here and it's here to stay. But we've got 6 huge names, many that most have heard of, some you may not have, but there are a few dividend aristocrats and even dividend kings on this list.
Yeah, exactly. This first one, though, is the one that was probably the highlight and the feature of the week. This is a dividend king, and as a reminder before we tell you the company, a dividend king is a company that has increased its dividend for 50 consecutive years. So think about that. Kings have increased their dividend through various economic cycles. In good times or bad, they still find a way to increase their dividend. That's why we love owning dividend kings in our portfolios.
That's right, Bert. And a lot of these dividend increases we're here to talk about beat the rate of the inflation. I know the last report was, over 3%?
Yeah, it was 4%, 4.2 in April. May was just over 3. So yeah, most of these do actually, looking through the list quickly.
Yeah, not too shabby. All right, well, let's just dive in. We've got 6 names. We'll hit it to you fast. We'll go over the dividend increase, what it was before and after, how many years they've been increasing the dividend, as well as the sweet dividend yield that everybody's always so curious and interested about.
Exactly. So let's talk about this. This first company, let's head over to the home improvement sector.
Let's do it.
Yeah, this company is Lowe's, ticker symbol LOW. And holy cow, did this company announce a banger. Lanny, what was their dividend increase?
Lowe's, this was not a low dividend increase here by any means. They're going to start calling them highs pretty soon.
Yeah.
But Lowe's came out with a 33.3% dividend increase. Straight up juicing. Maybe they squeezed a little HGH in that dividend.
I meant to call them Barry Bonds here with what they're doing.
They're swelling up here from 60 cents to 80 cents. Lowe's also has increased their dividend not for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, but 60 years of dividend growth here with Lowe's. Ticker symbol again is LOW. What a beautiful stock.
Yep, there's not much better to say than they just absolutely crushed it here. Fantastic way to end the week. What I like about them too is they have a solid dividend yield. It's 1.64% after this dividend increase, which is in line with the S&P 500. So it's not the highest, but think about this. You're getting a market dividend yield return, but that income is growing at a 33.3% rate compared to last year. Not too many investments are going to offer you that combination.
No, not too many. And I mean, again, can they keep that growth rate up? Based on payout ratio, they could if they really wanted to.
Yep.
But but I would say, just be very appreciative of how great of a year that they had. And, with the housing market right now, they really stand to still continue to do well, as it's a big seller's market right now. So everybody wants to keep doing the DIY projects to sell their house.
Exactly. And one quick point to highlight too, that 33% was double their 5-year average growth rate of 16%. So they have a history of strong dividend increases, but you could not have expected this strong of an increase going into 2021.
All right, so that was Lowe's. Now sliding in with the dividend increase number 2 here is a company you probably don't know that well, but it's American Tower Corp, ticker symbol AMT. And they actually only had a dividend increase of around 2.4%, going from 1.24 to 1.27. they yield about 2%. They have a good history, though, of increasing their dividend, and it's one that we wanted to showcase for you.
Yeah, going into this, if you were looking through their 5-year average dividend growth rate was almost 20%. So yeah, obviously this is a much lower dividend increase than what you're expecting.
But to note, though, with AMT is this is just one quarterly dividend increase.
Oh, they
actually increase their dividend each and every quarter. So to start the year, their actual dividend was at $1.21, I believe, to start the year.
Yeah.
So now that they're at $1.27, going from 121, and then they went to 124 in the first quarter, and now they're at 127 in the second quarter. You do the math; they're already at a 5% growth rate, and they still have 2 quarters to go.
So if you annualize, that's a great point. If you annualize that dividend growth rate, not realizing that it was a quarterly just moments ago, that gives you a close to 10% average dividend growth rate for the year. So that would be why there was disparity between their 5-year dividend growth rate and this last 2.4% increase.
Exactly, Bert. That's smart to double up that. That is smart to annualize that out. You're looking at almost a double-digit growth rate this year. And the key piece here, because you might be afraid that, oh my gosh, they trade at over $255 a share. Their business, they're a REIT, but their primary real estate that they own is the owner and operator of wireless and broadcast communications.
So what have we learned about that? Think about how much money Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile just pumped in to the FCC auction. Last year was over $80 billion to improve that wireless infrastructure. So who's set to benefit from that? Companies like AMT. So yeah, this is an interesting company to look into, and maybe we have to do a video doing an analysis about this company to see if it is an undervalued REIT to buy.
Right. Couldn't agree more, Bert. So that was dividend increase number 2, AMT, 2.4% increase, 2% yield, but with more than likely a double-digit on average growth rate over that 4-year period.
Exactly. Dividend stock number 3, we'll move over into the chemical sector. LyondellBasell, LY. Did I get that right with the pronunciation?
LyondellBasell, let's go. Yeah, this chemical company.
Yeah, this one was kind of a shocking dividend increase. I was surprised when Lanny told me they increased that quarterly dividend from 1.05 to 1.13, or a 7.6% increase. And what's really cool here with this company is you take that over 7% dividend increase, you add that to their 4% dividend yield, that's a double-digit factor there right there. And guess who owns it out of the two of us? This guy, Lanny. I do not. I didn't buy last year. He did, so that's a huge dividend increase for Lanny.
I think I've been buying since 19 even.
Have you?
Yeah.
Since you were 19? No, I'm kidding. Yeah. Since 2019.
I wish since I was 19, because man, the compound of that dividend would be amazing.
Yeah, take all those 7.6% increases. Yeah. No kidding. So they are not a dividend aristocrat yet. They're almost at the double-digit growth rate. They've increased that dividend for 8 consecutive years. So they're working their way towards that 25-plus title that you would get with aristocrat status.
Run by run, they're climbing that dividend aristocrat ladder match now. 7.6% though increase, going from $1.05 to $1.13, 4% yield. They have a headquarter in the U.S. in Houston, but then they're also based in the Netherlands.
Yeah, great point, Lanny. Let's move into stock number 4, into your pantry, into your grocery stores. This company is Flower Foods, ticker symbol FLO.
The tasty cakes, the Wonder Bread.
Yeah, exactly, Landy. Some of the big time brands. You don't think about this company, but yeah, a lot of people are buying them, and they have carved out their own little niche in the baking section. I just laugh because I think about this company, what was it, 4 or 5 years ago when they had the lawsuit, and every dividend investor was buying Flower Foods. Yeah. Their dividend growth had halted for a second, I believe, or things were just uncertain as they were getting investigated by the Fed for something. I cannot remember what that something is, so let us know in the comment section what it was if you remember, if you were a Flower Foods shareholder. But the dividend growth is back, and that's what's exciting. They increased that quarterly dividend from 20 cents to 21 cents, or a 5% increase. I guess I'm going to instant fact check myself. They did not stop growing their dividend because they have increased that dividend for 19 consecutive years. Sorry, everybody, ignore what I said just 20 seconds ago. And their dividend yield is 3.49%.
Solid growth, consistent 1 cent. They've been doing that now for a few years, because they've gone from 16 to 17, 17 to 18, 18, 19, 19, 20, 20, 21. So they've now been doing the 1 center for about 5 straight years.
Yeah, I'm going to get and say there's going to be 22 cents in next year when they do it. They're keeping it in line with the year at least. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, kind of like that old AT&T, dividend increase.
Rest in peace.
Exactly. So that was Flower Foods, ticker symbol FLO, currently yielding almost 3.5% with the 5% growth rate you just received. Not too shabby.
No. Dividend stock number 5, medical sector, Medtronic, ticker symbol MDT. This is a company that's closing in on Dividend King status. This was their 44th consecutive annual dividend increase, so they're going to get there in this decade.
Solid.
This is a quiet company with some great metrics. They increased that quarterly dividend from 58 cents to 63 cents, or a 8.6% increase. And what's cool is they have a 1.99% dividend yield. So when you think about it, a yield that's slightly higher than the market and a huge, strong dividend growth rate of 8.6%. Fantastic. That's why I was saying they have some sneaky, great metrics.
And their 5-year average dividend growth rate is 8.85%. So they've not only have stayed on the path of increasing their dividend, but they are very consistent with that as it matches that 5-year growth rate.
That's a great point. I love companies. It reminds me of Johnson & Johnson, how J&J always has that 5 to 7% dividend increase, and they have that nice average growth rate of 6%.
If you haven't watched the video already, check it out. As Bert's been buying J&J every frickin' week.
Yeah, it's on my mind a lot, so that's why it's great to see other companies like that too.
So now to round it up with the 6th dividend increase here. No, it's not Sysco the thong song. No, it's not Sysco the web, infrastructure security company. We're talking Sysco, the food distributor company.
Yeah, those big silver trucks that you see blowing by you on the highway. This company seems to be everywhere, and they are delivering food to corporations, to big companies, more places than you would expect. They increased that quarterly dividend from 45 to 47 cents, or a nice 4.44% yield. No. Or a nice 4.44% dividend growth rate right there.
And if you've held on to their shares for over a year, you probably have around a 50% growth in that stock price, trading now over $80 per share for Sysco, ticker symbol SYY. The dividend yield currently is 2.32%. Again, 45 years dividend aristocrat right here.
Yeah, they're even closer than Medtronic to being a dividend king.
Who's going to get there first? Does Sysco fall 1 year and not increase, or do you think they'll beat MDT out?
I would hope maybe Sysco will be pulling MDT over the goal line there as they get it there first, and then they'll reach the hand down and just say, here, let's do this together and get there.
So that was 6 dividend increases from this week. We wanted to share those with you. And, to summarize, you had Lowe's with a 33.3% banger. Then you had American Tower Corp. Again, the quarterly increase, dividend rate, very similar to, Realty Income, except Realty Income has a higher yield. But you're going to get a dividend increase that's pretty strong quarter after quarter. That could be double digits by the end of the year.
Yeah, you had LyondellBasell at that 7.6% increase, Flower Foods with a 5%er. Then the last two, the almost dividend kings, with Medtronic at 8.6% and Sysco with a 4.44% increase.
That is 6 big names. Some of them you've heard, some of you haven't heard. I would guarantee that you've seen the Flower Foods brands with Nature's Own, Dave's, Killer Bread, as well as, I think it's Nature's Pride or Home Pride.
Oh, you've definitely seen these. I can guarantee you.
So there's big names there. You probably aren't aware of American Tower Corp, but you are now, hopefully, with us talking about them.
Today you know about them, and that's what's important.
That is what's important. You obviously know Lowe's very well, and you've seen the Sysco trucks.
Exactly, and these are 6 dividend increases again, but that's not all of them. So let us know in the comments section what other dividend increases you received last week that we didn't feature in this video.
How many companies here do you own, Bert?
Oh, let's see, actually. Oh, 0, actually. I don't own any of them. What about you? 1. Right?
I'm 1 out of 6 here, guys.
Yeah.
Dang.
Also, let us know how many you own and subscribe to our channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already. Thank you, everybody, for your support over the last year.
That was the Dividend Diplomats bringing you the 6 dividend increases from the week. You got Bert and Laney from the DD. Over and out.